Okay, so now that I have saved that part, I'm hoping I'm doing this right. We'll find out. So I'm just going to keep going now because I've saved that last part. So this should be picking up almost immediately after the last part was. And I've restarted my little timer. And here we go. So, moving... Oh, oops. Sorry about that. My mouse tends to go to sleep. So if I come here... I don't know if we're going to go through all the dialogue. I don't know if you guys are going to really care. But I can.
God, Mr. Jensen, I didn't think you'd...
By the way, the women in this game are supernaturally well endowed in the top half. So my suspicion would be that
hasn't been that long since.
either they only used a few base models for the women,
Oh,
or...
I didn't mean... I mean, of course,
I don't
your
know,
memory's
because
fine, sir.
their
It's
chests are
that,
just
well, things have been switched around
disturbing.
a lot ever since
You'll
the...
get a really good example of this
the-
later on in the
Since
game.
the first
but
attack.
Yes, sir.
I mean,
The lab
come on,
floors were pretty
that's-
much demolished.
I don't know,
We're
that-
rebuilding them,
that's
but most
strange.
of our researchers are working off-site now. Everyone
Also,
else
in
has
the
been
future, I
shuffled
wouldn't
around,
think you'd be
so
using these types of
if you
headsets
need help
anymore,
finding
but, yeah.
someone...
Yeah, this is I do like this. So this is a this is basic dialogue tree that you get. So I can if I really don't know something, these little dots are interesting because they seem to be in certain conversations they want to lead you to these, meaning they want you to say this. They're never required, but they always seem to be the indicated responses. Or I could just say,
I'll find my way.
If you say so.
if I say so. I mean,
It's good to have you back,
interesting
sir.
response. I love this area, big open center space, these large, advertising. I think you can actually listen. Is that actually saying it? Oh, it said something. Oh, yeah, it does. It's just really quiet. Okay, well, anyway, I'm not going to do that. Awesome piece of artwork. This was actually, I think, released as a wallpaper of some kind. So you have your office here, and first thing I have to do is go to Technology Lab, which, thankfully, there is a little thingy here for. And the yellow X also tells you. I do like that the yellow X, I mean, this is kind of a common game thing. When you're on a different floor, the X becomes I think it becomes a triangle, but it indicates that you're on the wrong floor. So let's go to the tech lab and interact with the guy that we're going to be annoyed with most of the game. I will come over here and say, I think there's something over here I can grab. Yeah, I'm going to take some of his money. Nobody ever notes that you take their money, which is interesting, but whatever. Let's see. I thought there was something neat in this office. I can't seem to find it. Printer. Or fax machine, but no printer. But even that printer looks primitive to me today, but it's just kind of funny that's there. A wrench in the future? Okay. All right, so let's go over to... I like the FedEx boxes, Detroit Post, whatever, but I read them as FedEx. And this, beautiful, Square Enix, never misses an opportunity. Final Fantasy. God, talk about milking a franchise to death. Anyway. God, even the poster woman has got enormous breasts. Look at this. But I guess that's standard. Well, yeah, maybe they're not that huge. All right, anyway. Where is his little... Oh, I'll take your candy bar, buddy, because those are actually good to have. I love the fact that I can stand here, he doesn't comment on anything. I think he does, actually, if I try to get into his computer. No, you can't do it yet. Yeah, I like the keyboard being the flat keyboard. There's lots of little stuff like that. Oh, here, I can read this. There's this scholar thing. I don't think... I'm always missing 2 books. It's an achievement. I'm not gonna attempt that on this run.
About time. What happened?
Yeah.
You get
pissed.
stuck in an air duct on the way
Stupid
over?
cop.
Yeah, nice to see you too, Francis. Something's wrong with my retinal display.
This is a funny
Can you
part.
fix it?
I have to admit, I like
If
this.
it's what I think it is,
What
probably.
he does, he just takes this and goes.
Of
"All
course,
right,"
it might seem.
Bing.
Looks like your left and
I
right
dig that, man.
processes
That is
weren't completely
that
in sync.
feels like a
But don't
very
worry.
realistic
Your Sentinel
thing that
health
would happen
implant will
between
kick in
two
soon,
people
repairing
like
any
this.
damage that might have
I
caused.
dig that he just reboots the
Your
system
retinal display
sensors,
should be
even
fine
though
now.
it'll annoy the
Its
crap out of the
recognition
guy.
software won't be picking up hostiles yet,
Yeah.
but you should be seeing radar and targeting reticules. Biomedical data
Some
too.
strange
Very
pronunciations in
Right.
this game, I have to say.
We done here?
Maybe reticule. And that's a
Sarah
weird
was waiting
phrase.
for me at the helipad.
I don't know if
I know.
reticules is a way
Radicals
that
have
just some
broken
people
into our
pronounce that word.
manufacturing
I've
plant
always
and
heard it
taken
as reticles,
hostages.
but maybe it's just
This
me.
time you'll
Maybe I'm
actually
the guy
save
pronouncing it.
people.
I love that, man. These little digs, I like. Now, see, here's the thing where the confront one doesn't have the little dot and the ignore one does. Now, see, I always like doing the. I don't know. They do have the. Ah, that's interesting. They both have the dots when you hover. I didn't notice that. See, this one doesn't have the dot. This one does. I don't know, there's probably something basic to that. And by the way, if there's some thing about this, sorry, I don't know it. All right, so I'll just say ignore it. Yeah, I always say ignore.
Lucky for you, I'm gonna ignore that comment. We're done here.
because we always do. It's like being on Doctor Who. I always do the same thing. Even though I didn't. It's kind of nice. I like that. All right, so the greens, as I'm sure anybody who's played a video game will know, are the basics. I do like that the characters react pretty naturally to the character.
Jensen, I knew the boss had an ace up his sleeve. Good to have you back.
Even though he's dead in the middle of a conversation, just stops, but that's okay. All right, so let us go down to the, or go here. I think, does this take me down or up? I don't remember. Oh, it's taking me down. All right, this is the helipad right here.
Adam, how close are you to the helipad?
Oh, I'm right
Almost
here.
there.
Good. Because SWAT's about to turn this into a PR nightmare.
Don't
Meet
worry
me in the
about
chopper. I'll brief you as we go.
it. Why would you call it a chopper? Oh, I guess it's just colloquial. I don't know that word. Colloquialism? But why would you call this a chopper? It's clearly a hovercraft or whatever. There's no blades on it. This is not a chopper. Just saying. All right, here we go.
Welcome back, Jensen. Didn't think we'd
There's an
see you
interesting
around here
part
for a while
with
yet.
this
You know
character
how it goes,
later
Malik.
that actually
Duty calls.
is...
Don't I know it? I was in
one
my
of those
wingsuit
segments
halfway to the top of the
where
Renaissance Center when I got the 911.
You have the option to play it.
6 months is a hell of a short time to come
You
back
can
from the
either
dead.
play it
You sure you're ready for this?
murder, death, kill wise, or you can play it the silent way. But there's an ideal middle that I can never hit, which is where her life is in jeopardy. And if you play it the silent way, she dies. If you play it the forceful way, you kill everybody there and she gets away, which is not easy either. But I always wanted there to be the middle option, which somebody probably could do if they're highly skilled. I guess I'm just not, where you can save her. So here again, you see the little dot is here, indicating that I think what they want is for you to follow this string of text. But then when you go here, they both have the same... you know what?
Only one way to find out.
Roger that.
That's what
The
I
boss
would
is
say.
already on board,
I would
arguing with the
challenge her on it,
DPD's tactical
you know.
response team. They've got the plant
point
surrounded,
back.
but
Why
Mr.
fight
Seraph
people?
wants you to go in first. You all set here? Because
I'm
the
all
sooner we
set.
take off, the better it will be for everyone.
Well, then I guess I better be set.
I'm ready.
Great. Then let's get airborne.
All right, here we go. And we're back to the cutscene. Red's here. Yeah, I'm badass. This is a strange thing I've known in the game, where he comes up and he looks at him. He gives this weird look. It's like, okay, he told you he was there. So I don't know what that look is about. It's just odd to me, but that's me. It's just me. VTR, so here we go. We're taking off from the helipad. Which again indicates helicopter, which this clearly is not. This is a VTOL, or VTOL. I don't know if you say VTOL. That may not be the right way to say it. Anyway. Vertical takeoff or landing.
I told Farida to put us down on a roof. I don't want the crowd
I don't know
seeing
where
me
his
go
jacket
in.
went, but that's
Fine.
okay.
As long as
I
she
don't
pulls
care.
you out the
I'm
minute
just
I'm
saying,
gone.
his jacket vanished.
So what am I looking at here? Who are these guys?
Pro-human purists, or so they say. The same purists
Again, I
who've
love
been
the little
firebombing
detailing,
limb
like on
clinics all over the
little
country.
Florida
You buy that?
No, I don't think it's a coincidence they hit us today, only hours after we moved the Typhoon in
No
for
smoking.
assembly line factory.
I like stuff like
Typhoon?
that, man. It's little stuff. It's
Megan's
just
team
little
was
things
testing it the day that bastard...
entertain me.
Who's on point for these guys?
Adam,
No smoking.
I know you and Megan were once...
Not
Who is on
the
point
top
for these
end
guys?
of facial
Goes by the name of
animation,
Sanders.
but, you know,
That's him there.
not a big deal.
He's an augmented Adam, so he can't be one of the mercs who attacked us. But he did know exactly how to get inside
so
our
this
plant.
is
All right.
this is essentially.
So how do you want me to handle this?
this
First
is
priority is
sort
the
of-
Typhoon. I'm keeping SWAT out until you've secured it.
They give you
As far as
this
rules of
is sort of what
engagement
you would
go,
call, I guess,
I'll
a
defer to
morality
you. Lethal
option.
or non-lethal?
So first off is whether you're going to go lethal or non-lethal, and I always do non-lethal.
I'm not looking to start a firefight in there,
Because I
just
just don't.
neutralize them.
Okay. But just make sure those bastards don't wake
Now
up
you get a
and warn
choice
their
where you have to
friends.
make a decision between long range.
You
and
remember
short
what
range.
it's like in there?
So
A
long
lot
range.
of tight enclosed hallways.
Yeah. So.
But the labs themselves are pretty open.
Right.
High
So-
ceilings. So, do you want
You
something
get
you can use from a
the stun
distance
gun
or up close?
or a rifle. So the stun gun is a short-range weapon, and it's instant. You shoot somebody with it, they go down. The rifle allows them to walk a little bit. So the thing is that if they walk in front of somebody who's not tranked and they fall down, you put them into an alarm sequence. Or you alert them to the presence, you know what I mean? So I always kind of go back and forth. I don't really think one is necessarily that much. You know, I'm gonna go.
Give me
with the
something
rifle.
with
I tend to like
distance.
playing sniper type
If I get
stuff,
too close,
so we're gonna go
I'll
with
take
the
them
rifle
out
here.
personally.
Just
but
try
honestly,
not to
they're
break
really-
anything expensive.
It's a balanced
The
option. in this
Typhoon
case
should be in the
because
factoring labs.
One lets
The
you hit
Pritchard
from
will
far.
tell
You
you
could
more
actually
as you go
dart
in.
3
I've
or
got 'em
4
running
guys
comms.
quick.
Terrific.
Unlike the
Anything
stun
else?
gun where you have
Keep
to
your
reload
eyes
it.
open for hostages. Free them
If
if
you
you
don't
can,
have
but the
clear
Typhoon
shots
is your number
and you
one
miss,
priority.
one guy falls, well, that
We
puts
developed
people,
it
and
for
then they
the
can wake
alphabet
up their
agencies.
comrades.
And
They
if we
can wake
don't
them up.
deliver it to them intact and still a
So
secret,
the morality choice that you're
well,
given here is
I'm sure you'll
your
get the job
goal
done
is
right.
to go and get this weapon.
Gentlemen, prepare for
And,
landing.
and then there's civilians that have been taken hostage. So you can take them, you can save them, or you don't have to. Which I actually, the first couple times I played it, I forgot about them, honestly, because they don't, hit you on the head with it that much. So it is easy to forget the civilians are there and not save them. So the first couple times I actually didn't save them. But now that I always remember, I sometimes will still forget, and then before I get to the completion part, which of course now I have memorized, I'll run back and get them. But it's not, it's interesting because the first Deus Ex would actively respond to what you did and did not do with things like saving civilians. But this game doesn't really pay attention to it as much. So, okay, here's our sniper rifle. Or not sniper rifle, but our trank rifle. I'll put that away. And I can come have a little dialogue. I dig a little play on the, I guess, camouflage. I mean, the helmet's very neat looking. Like the idea of the SWAT design there. Although, if your electronics go down, I guess you can't see, because where's your eye holes? Anyway, in we go. And we'll have some lockers immediately to check. This is a frequent thing. Cyber Boost energy bar. I can take this. I think I can. Oh, I can't take the boxes. I can take that box. And, oh, there's something under it. Huh. I don't think I ever picked that box up. That's kind of neat. Alright. So anyway. So this is one of the examples of something that I would do in the game is I would throw this box at the guy. Sometimes it'll make them actually get hostile. Oh, let's try it. Yep. So I'll clearly be reloading this part because now they hate me. So see, this is this is the kind of stuff I like to do in games. I just like to break the games. I like to see what they'll allow and what they won't. So stuff like that, I'm kind of a prick that way. I like to actually break the game. Well, not break the game, but I like to see what the game will do in response. And sometimes you get neat stuff like that, and sometimes you don't. Yeah, that was really nice stuff. I'm not going to do that. I'll take this thing. And, okay, so here we go. So now come on, I'll talk to... I don't even know if I have to talk to this guy. I can. Well, I can ignore him entirely. But it's kind of, it's... I don't think I would do that. So there you have the police things. He basically doesn't like the fact that your boss pulled strings. So we don't really need to... I won't waste your time with that. So... But normally I go through, even though I've heard all these dialogue strings before, some of them I probably will go through again because I find them amusing. But alright, here we go. So in we go, and now
Jensen,
we'll get our
it's me, Pritchard.
introduction
Where
to
are
different
you?
ways to
On
get
a
into a
roof
building.
overlooking the plant.
Good. Your point of entry should be through shipping and receiving.
Should be, Francis. What the hell does that mean?
We have an employee entrance there. Heavily guarded by purists, no doubt.
Of course.
So, if you're not a fan of the frontal assault, I suppose you could try accessing the building's roof.
And that's what we'll be doing. We will be accessing the building's roof because I'm not a fan of the frontal assault. I find it to be... Well, if I want to play that kind of game, I'm playing Call of Duty. So... Come on, man. Step up. Whoa. That's interesting. I never heard that little piece of dialogue before. Some guy just said, come on, man, now step up. But I don't know what he was talking about. Anyway, here we go. So down the ladder we'll go. Little things, again. Little things. That little air conditioner, little piece of paper. I dig stuff like that. Yeah. So, like that. I just like little stuff like that. Okay. So now we'll get a little tutorial on the guards, which is basically just saying, how to knock guards out. Since I kind of already know how this goes, I'm going to just make my way down. Alright. And do my little pirouette thing. Now, it's better to wait for him to come back, so I'll just back up a bit. As you can see now, we're just waiting. There is a lot of waiting in this game, depending on how you want to do things. This is taking a while. I remember this guy does walk back, I'm pretty sure. He must. Doesn't he? Does he not walk back? Huh. So much for memorizing things. I bet I can make him walk back. Let me see, is there a box over here? Let's find a box. If there is one. Is there not a box I can grab? No, he's still standing there. Let's take a look. No boxes? No usable boxes. Okay, maybe he doesn't. Well, I was sure this guy... That's nice. I'll take that. I will get down because he probably will hear me, so... Alright, knock him out. Look at this shot. Right in the face. Now, we should probably move him. Yeah, we'll take him. Let's get him back behind the boxes here. Let's go. Oh, geez, sorry. That might be a fracture. I can grab the gun, but why? I'm not going to use it. This is for stun gun. I don't know if they put any darts in here. Doesn't look like it. Now, I could actually go in that way, but I prefer to go in through the ceiling, to be honest. I kind of like the overhead thing. So we'll move this box to here, which gives me a leg up. And then I can climb these very conveniently placed objects that, man, they just form this beautiful ladder coming up to the top. Amazing! And now I'm up at the roof, and so I'll head up. Here we go. Heading up the ladder, heading up the ladder, heading up the ladder. Alright, so now we have an electrical problem, so I can throw a box. Well, so much for that. So, well, luckily there's a little vent here. Come through here, and I'll have a little shut-off valve. And there's the power down, that's good. And there's a little, I think, huh. How the hell did this guy get here? Ooh, a silent sniper rifle. Man, I'll take it. I don't think I've ever discovered this guy before. I think I always must go to the... How did I never see this guy? How could I have never seen this guy? I don't remember ever... Maybe I didn't search him. Is he dead? No, he's dead. I didn't kill him. So... Wow. Interesting. You know, I should have looked to see if I could see him from over there. That's really wacky. I never noticed that guy before. I don't remember ever finding a sniper rifle here. That's really warped.
Nicely done, Jensen. May I ask how?
I don't know if I can show through that. So see, this is the
It'll be in my
this is where I would
report
probably
next time we
try it
discuss
with a quick
security.
save and see if it works,
Oh,
but
goody.
I don't want to keep
I'll be
it.
sure to take notes. The Typhoon
I
is in the
bet I could.
factoring labs.
That's alright, we'll get there.
There's an elevator just past the assembly labs that will take you to it.
Got it.
And here I am. In the big factory warehouse. So there's, I think, 4 or 5 guys in this general area. So as you can see, there's a guy smoking right there. So if I take out the old sniper rifle, and, why can't I zoom? Did I forget to do something? Or am I just forgetting? Oh, wait a minute. I think Ah! Yep, there it is. So let's see. If I shoot him in the head, I think I completely missed. Wow, I nailed him. One shot. Beautiful. Alright. Let's see. Oh, I'm getting close to the 20-minute mark here, so I had best... Oh, crap. Yeah, see, somebody saw him. Yeah, see, that's the downside of using the rifle, is when people see him, then, you know, it's easy for them to find him. So actually, this is a good place for me to do a quick save here. And I'm not going to reload from there, but I'll just save here and save this and then keep going. So let me save here. Did I not hit save? Save, there it goes. Alright, so we'll continue this shortly. So let me save this real quick.